So guys, this is how Preston police are moving. Look at that there.
You're right there, pal.
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Not too bad.
It's lovely to see you. How are you?
How are you?
Right. Yeah, good to see you. We're just dealing with something roadside that was a...
So guys, here you have it. The famous handshake. No. So anyway, I recognised this cop and I stopped rolling my camera on the little bit of a meet we had where we shook hands. I would say he's a nice guy. His heart's in the right place. But you need to realise that the law works for us all around here. And anyway, he told me he was doing a stop. And that was it, basically. And I said I wouldn't intervene or interrupt their stop. And I wouldn't get in the way, basically. And I would hang back a few metres. So what you're going to see is me encroaching a couple of metres at a time. But still, I'm in a public place, guys. So it's up to you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Was I right or was I wrong? Was the copper right or was he wrong? Are feelings police today a different story? Because look at America. When a crime scene happens, the helicopter's up. The cameramen are on the ground. They're taking pictures of dead bodies. Because sometimes showing the reality of situations in the media, it might help people think twice rather than it coming from a police mentality. You get what I'm saying? Or is the police mentality a business? That's another question. Let me know in the comments, guys. Ciao.
Do you want anything else I can help with?
Sorry?
Do you want anything else I can help with?
No, I'm just filming the interaction, you know.
I'm just a bit concerned. I think this gent would like a bit of privacy.
They can't in a public place, that's the problem.
However, a bit of a difficult matter. And I think just out of politeness, irrespective of whether in a public place, politeness and courtesy would suggest a bit of privacy would be lovely.
It doesn't count, sorry, in a public place, honestly.
So,
if I was interfering with your business...
So politeness and courteous doesn't come into this, does it? Courtesy doesn't come into it, really. Politeness doesn't come into it?
Not really.
Sorry, bud.
Not really.
Okay.
No.
You're not prepared to be polite and courteous towards this gentleman?
Well, no, because I'm not prepared to interrupt your business. That's the problem.
Well, you are interrupting our business.
No, I'm not. I'm stood 15 foot away filming an interaction.
However, how do you think he feels being filmed? I've been filmed before, and I've met you before.
Well,
I've got no issue with it.
But,
however, I'm more thinking in terms of him.
Right. So if the BBC was here now, you'd have no issues with that. That's the problem. So basically,
they would ask my permission or visit.
Well, you don't need to in a public place. That's what you need to know.
However, it's polite and courteous to ask for permission, isn't it?
No, not in a public place. You can film.
No, I'm saying,
Constable. Now we've gone from being like you know me, and we were all right. And
but people can film. However, it's polite and courteous.
Well, it's polite and
is it?
And it's polite and courteous, right? To say, Reggie, have you set a firework off in the area? I could say, no, I haven't, Constable. Instead of one of your constables putting a pair of handcuffs on me and then finding out I don't have handcuffs. Well, so go on, mate. We stick to what our rights are in a public place. We can film in a public place. That's it. Difference. And I told you when I first came here, I'm not interfering with your business.
However,
you interfere in my business now. That's the difference. You are.
I'm asking.
I'm standing.
I'm asking for your opinion now. Do you think it's polite and courteous to stand and film someone who we're dealing with on the side of the road? Do you think that they're happy with that?
I don't care if they're happy. The law backs me up.
No.
As long as I'm not causing.
You can't do it. However,
yeah?
Is it okay to do it? Is it polite and courteous? Is it a pleasant thing to do?
Listen,
how
mate.
Do you
what
think he feels?
If
it was let's
say for instance, right? Yeah. If I was getting pulled up now, yeah, by two constables, right? Yeah. And a guy turns up with a camera, guess what I'm going to say to the guy? Do us a favour, will you film the rest this scenario we're in? Because
we'll get we're recording. The college recording anyway. That's fine.
it doesn't matter. So them recordings can't get deleted and saying that we didn't have them. You know what you do in the police.
However, okay, so that chap isn't you, and how
He
you
isn't
feel,
me.
how you feel.
It doesn't matter. So why would you stop my rights to film in a public space?
Now you know let me speak. So his perceptions might be completely different.
It doesn't matter his perceptions. Teach him the law.
Okay.
Teach him the law. Teach him the law.
However, I'm trying to
Constable 813.
Yeah,
you seem like a good guy, but at the end of the day, what the problem you're doing is now you're infringing on my rights.
You stood a fair way away before.
I was, yeah.
Keeping forward, and I'm intrigued as to why.
Because
we're trying to deal with this chap, and like I said, it's not a matter of whether you can legally do it or not. I know you can. You know you can. Of course you do.
So why would you try and stop me?
However,
by saying is it polite or courteous?
There's a difference between being able to do it and it being right or polite and courteous.
Well, can I ask you a question on that then? You've just asked me a question.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know that your chief constable profits off taking vehicles, motorcycles, push bikes off the roads of, let's say, for people's lack of knowledge of the law? So I know the law, I can film in a public space, right? Do you know about Uber drivers?
I'm sure.
They get told to go out, deliver all the way around the country and all the way around the cities for pennies, right? But they don't get told that if you go over, like, say, a 250 watt motor on your electric bike, that you're going to be breaking the law. So when they get to a 750 or 1,000 watt motor, they don't get told. So they're doing a legal thing by delivering food to people's addresses, thinking that they want to earn a few quid.
A couple of answers for you, Ed.
They can't speak English.
So
they're being abused. Like many of these drivers who are delivering food to people's addresses.
Right. First and foremost, I can't answer on behalf of our chief constable. Okay, that's not fair. I can't answer on behalf of.
You can't, no.
So that's the answer to the first bit. The second bit, in terms of anyone that is driving or riding over here.
Yeah.
As you've just said.
Yeah.
People need to learn the law.
They do, yeah.
And you said this yourself.
Yeah.
So if someone is going to ride something that's mechanically propelled, electrically propelled, then it is their responsibility, and it's also their employer's responsibility to make sure that they know what they are and aren't allowed to do. And that's their responsibility.
Very true.
So if someone does something that they're not meant to be doing, if they've not bothered to research it, then that's on them.
Very true. So you
there's
just
your answer.
there's your, but you've just done a double whammy. So you turn around to say that there's no ignorance basically in regards to the law. People should search out to see what the law is. Right. So the double whammy here is, you know, I can film in a public space.
And
so
therefore,
no, you have questioned it because you said about in regards to courteous and politeness.
Yeah,
no, mate, you should provide your own privacy.
I've explained to you already that I know you can film, you know you can film, and I've said that, and that'll be recorded. Of course I will.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm
so why
saying
would you
is,
try and entice me away for that politeness aspect of it?
While we're dealing with this chap here at the side of the road, I'm questioning whether interactions with us, I've got no issue with that. If you ever want to come over and have a chat with me, I will always have a conversation with you. No issue with that.
We shook hands earlier on.
Once we're dealing with members of the public, we've then got, of course you can film in a public place, but equally at the same time, you're then into the realms of other people may then find it offensive, upsetting, distressing, and you don't appear to be, you even said yourself you don't care. And that's where you've got polite courtesy, and that's gone out the window. So all I'm asking was,
but the problem is,
not whether you can or can't do it, it's whether you're actually being
this is where we're going to have to allow debate here, because Constable,
it's not a debate.
No, it is a debate. Do you know the Palestinian flag and the Israeli flag? Both of them flags, they cause harassment, alarm and distress to many people. Yes? Am I right?
If
they do though, on both sides, they do, right? But should both flags be banned from in a protest? They shouldn't. Because if you want to wave an Israeli flag or you want to raise a Palestinian flag, you should have the right to do so. Because what I'm trying to say is it's the same in regards to photography. I never once got into your face, I never want
Get
to.
in my face? No, not at all.
No, but end of the
However,
day, if
fact
he's
that
getting
you're in
pulled over in a public space, I've got the right to film it, my
You
friend.
have, and that's not what I'm questioning. I'm questioning whether it's polite and courteous.
It doesn't matter
And
if
it
it's
isn't.
polite and
I know,
courteous.
and you don't
If I
care. And you don't care.
if I
So
went
go
past
on.
a mosque with an Israeli flag,
you
that's
don't
not
care-
polite and courteous.
Reggie, if you don't
I'm
care,
not an
you don't
Israeli, by the way, and I'm not a Palestinian.
If you don't care, you don't care. It's all right.
And it's not that I
know
don't
what you can- I know
care.
what you can
It's
and can't
our
do,
rights.
do too.
You should protect our rights, Constable.
So,
You should actually say, Reggie, be a bit discreet with it, mate, because look what happened to Wayne Couzens. If someone there was
we're going
holding
off
a...
on some major tangents.
Well, we're not, here, mate.
Anyway.
If you're stopping my rights for filming in a public space, really.
No, I'm not.
You interrupted
I'm
it.
just asking you to be
Because I
polite
couldn't-
and courteous, but you've just said you don't
Polite
care.
and
So
courteous,
it's-
it's got different meanings to different people, hasn't it?
Well, it should be reasonably straightforward. Anyway, let's see.
Well, not to you, Constable 813. So there you go, polite and courteous. What is it? So the tax man, he takes your money, right? And he gives you a hard up bill after you've worked all week and got nothing to show for your hard labour. Is that polite and courteous? Mate, these cops really, they're just... It's always polite and courteous when it works in their favour, isn't it?